Hi students, today we are going to discuss about quadrilaterals. So what is a quadrilateral? So we know very well what is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is nothing but a closed figure bounded with four line segments. A closed figure bounded with four line segments is called quadrilateral. Let me write the definition of quadrilateral. A closed figure, a closed figure bounded with four line segments. Four line segments is called quadrilateral. A closed figure bounded with four line segments is called quadrilateral. So let me see how the quadrilateral will be. Suppose, for example, the quadrilateral is like this. So let me take this is a quadrilateral. So here also a quadrilateral, four vertices are there. So four vertices are there because four corners. Each corner we are calling it as a vertex. Let me take this is A, B, C, D. So this is a four vertices of the quadrilateral A, B, C. So your vertices A, comma B, comma C, comma D. Then what are the sides now? Sides. So let me take the sides of the quadrilateral. AB is one side and BC is one side and CD is another side and AD is four sides. There are four sides and four vertices. Then coming to the angles. So this is angles of the quadrilateral. This is one angle A and this is B and this is C and this is D. Then coming to angle ABC, this is first angle ABC. Then coming to second angle BCD, this is angle BCD. This is second angle, consider. Then CDA, angle CDA. Next again, this is third angle. So coming to this one, angle DAC. DAB. These are the four interior angles of the quadrilateral. These are the four interior angles of the quadrilateral. So let me take diagonals. What are the diagonals of this one? Diagonals. So diagonals, that means a line segment which is drawn to the opposite vertices of the quadrilateral. A line segments which are drawn to the opposite vertices of the quadrilateral. So this is under A and B are adjacent vertices. So here A and C are opposite and B and D are opposite. So you can draw one opposite quadrilateral and one opposite line. This is another opposite line. So here AC comma BD are the diagonals. AC and BD are the diagonals. Now for any quadrilateral, so we have these type of parts. So first vertices A, B, C, D, sides AB, BC, CD, AD or DA, sometimes angles, angle ABC, angle BCD, angle CDA and angle ADAB and diagonals these are. Now the sides you can observe that one and sides. So we have some adjacent sides and opposite sides in a quadrilateral. What is adjacent sides and what is opposite sides? Adjacent sides is nothing but any two sides having, that means an angle which is having two adjacent sides. So adjacent sides means, so common angle, two sides, adjacent sides. Let me consider adjacent sides. Adjacent sides. What is the adjacent sides of a quadrilateral? Any two sides, any two sides, any two sides having a common angle. So common angle is known as adjacent sides. So let me consider this is ABC angle. So for this angle, BC and AB are involved. So AB and BC are called adjacent sides. So here adjacent sides you can see AB and BC are adjacent sides. Examples. AB and BC are adjacent sides because these two sides forms an angle ABC. So forms an angle ABC. So like that BC and CD. BC and CD. So these are called pair of adjacent sides. AB and BC. AB and BC one pair. BC and CD another pair. Then CD and AD another pair. AD and AB another pair. Because all these sides, all these pair of sides forms an angle. So that means any two sides having a common angle is known as adjacent sides. Then coming to opposite sides. What is opposite sides? Opposite sides. Opposite sides. So any two sides does not having the common angle. Does not having the common angle. So not having the common angle. Not having the common angle. So common angle. So any two sides does not having the common angle is known as opposite sides of a quadrilateral. What is opposite sides here? AB and CD or DC. AB and DC and also AD and BC. AD and BC. So here some more points also is there. We can take it as AD and AB, then CD and AD. So these are all adjacent sides and this is opposite sides. Now, so we come across parts of a quadrilateral, so based on the sides. Now coming to angles, you can consider angles. What is an adjacent angle and what is the opposite angle? So we have to know that what is the adjacent angle and what is the opposite angles of a quadrilateral. Adjacent angles. What is the adjacent angles? Let me consider angle. Two angles having a common side is known as adjacent angle. Two angles having a common side. So two angles, let me take this is angle A and angle B. Both are having the common side AB. So any two angles having a common side any two angles having a common side is known as adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. Let me consider what is an adjacent angles now. So here angle ABC and angle DAB. If you see in both angles AB is common. So here AB and ABC and AB, DAB, ABC and DAB. So DAB is nothing but this one. ABC is nothing but this one. These two are adjacent angles. Then coming to adjacent angles, these two adjacent angles and these two adjacent angles, simply we can write simply angle A and angle B, comma angle B and angle C, comma angle C and angle D, comma angle A and angle D. These are four pairs of adjacent angles are there. Then what is an opposite angles? Opposite angles in the sense any two angles not having a common side. Any two angles not having a common side. So this is opposite angles. Opposite angles. Any two angles not having a common side. Not having a common side. So we can see the examples now. What is it? Opposite angles. Opposite angles is nothing but angle A and angle C. Opposite angles. Angle B and angle D are opposite angles. Angle A and angle C opposite angles. Angle B and angle D are opposite angles. Now, next topic we can see. How many number of diagonals are there? Here for a quadrilateral only two diagonals. For a quadrilateral only two diagonals. 4 angles and 4 sides and 4 vertices. Okay, now 4 corners. Corners is nothing but vertices. So this is a brief description about a quadrilateral. This is a brief description about a quadrilateral. Now, what is the convex quadrilateral and concave quadrilateral? We can see now. What is a convex quadrilateral and concave quadrilateral? Convex quadrilateral, convex, concave, concave and convex quadrilaterals. So this is different types of quadrilaterals. So in that convex quadrilateral and concave quadrilateral. If you consider any quadrilateral, suppose. So if you consider any quadrilateral, or if you consider any quadrilateral now, if you consider any quadrilateral, this is a quadrilateral convex type and this is quadrilateral concave type. What is the difference between these two quadrilaterals? If you take any 2 points, A and B, so here also you can take A and B. If you consider any 2 points and also the line segment joining points of these 2 points, line segment joining points of these 2 points, line segment joining points of these 2 points. Okay, if you consider any 2 quadrilaterals and also either inside or on the lines of the quadrilateral, on the edges of the quadrilateral, you may consider any 2 points and also the line segment joining points of these points. The points and also the line segment joining points must be lies inside the quadrilateral when the 2 points and the line segment joining points of those 2 points also must be inside the quadrilateral, then it is called convex quadrilateral. If the portion of the line is outside the quadrilateral, then it is known as concave quadrilateral. Concave quadrilateral means all the points, set of all the points of AB must inside means convex. If some portion is outside, then it is known as concave quadrilateral. It is known as concave quadrilateral. So now the type of convex quadrilateral. Now we are studying about convex quadrilaterals. Now the types of convex quadrilaterals. So this is called types of quadrilateral. Before going to the types of quadrilateral, we need to prove that angle sum property of quadrilateral. Angle sum property of quadrilateral. Let us see what is the angle sum property of quadrilateral. So angle sum property of quadrilateral. Let us see now. Angle sum property of quadrilateral. Angle sum property of quadrilateral. What is an angle sum property of quadrilateral? We know that the sum of all the 4 interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. We know that sum of all the four interior angles of the quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Let me see this quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral. So this is A, and this is B, and this is C, and this is D. So what we have to prove that? So we have to prove angle A plus. So required to prove is, what is required to prove here? So required to prove RTP. Required to prove is angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equals to 360 degrees. 360 degrees. We have to prove this one. To prove this one, so what is given? So given is A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral. Now, so to prove this one, so we need to consider a point which is inside the quadrilateral. Let me consider interior to the point. Let me take the point which is interior to the quadrilateral. Let the point, you can take it as X. Let X be the point which is interior to the quadrilateral. Let X be the point which is interior to the quadrilateral. Let me take this X and join AX, BX, CX and DX. Join AX, BX, CX and DX. All the line segments we are going to join. When you join all the line segments, this angle will becomes two parts. So 1, 2. So this is 3, 4. This is, and this is, I can take 5, 6. This is 7, 8. So totally 8 angles will be divided. Now inside this one, this is also, you can take it as, so 3 parts. That is angle X, angle Y, angle Z, angle W. This is W, X, Y, Z. W, X, Y, Z angles also we are going to divide it. And W, X, Y, Z. Now consider triangle AXB. AXB triangle you can consider. If you know AXB triangle, now this is a triangle 2W3 interior angles. We know that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So from this is a 2 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle W is equals to 180 degrees. 180 degrees. So now this is angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals to 180 minus angle W. Make it as first equation. Angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals to 180 minus W. So like this. So from triangle, similarly from triangle BXD, from triangle BXD, these two angles sum 4 and 5. So it is 180 minus Z. So this is angle 4 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 minus angle Z. So similarly from triangle CXD, so this can be written as angle 6 plus angle 7 is equals to 180 minus y, angle y. So like this triangle AXC, it will be concluded that angle 8 plus angle 1 is equals to 180 minus angle x. So this is second equation, this is third equation, this is fourth equation now. So now by adding 1, 2, 3, 4, so by adding 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equations, what did we concluded that angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 is equals to how many 180s? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 180s are there. So 4 180s how much? 720. 720 minus. So inside W, X, Y, Z, that is W angle, X angle, Y angle, Z angle. This is okay. So 1 plus 2, 3 plus 4, 5 plus 6, 7 plus 8. This is 1 plus 2, that means this is angle A. And 3 plus 4 is nothing but angle B. And 5 plus 6 nothing but angle D. 7 plus 8 is nothing but angle A, B, C, D. Now this is now stating this is C and this is D. Okay, this is angle C and this is angle D. That is equals to 720 minus. Now this is a X, W, X, Y, Z. That is sum of angles around a fixed point is 360 degrees. Sum of angles around a fixed point is 360 degrees. This is again 360. Then 720 minus 360, again this is 360 degrees. Hence it is proved. Hence proved. So this is the theorem or proof of angle sum property of quadrilateral. Now we are going to do next topic.